Hello friends, myself Dr. Sangram Chavan, Associate Professor in Economics, Walchand College of Arts and Science, Solapur. I am presenting PPT on the subject Sustainable Agriculture. The meaning of sustainable agriculture is farming in sustainable way based on an understanding of ecosystem. The term sustainable means meeting society's food and textile needs in the present generation without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. The key principles behind sustainable agriculture are eco-friendly farming, optimum utilization of natural resources, steady agricultural production, protection of the environment for future generation, no use of chemical fertilizers and harmful pesticides. Sustainable agriculture is the need of present generation for our survival. Unless we don't pay attention to agricultural sustainability, the entire human race will be in danger in future. For the rapidly growing population, we have to increase agricultural production and agricultural productivity. But at the same time, we also have to protect environment. Now the question arises, how can we make agriculture sustainable? We can make agriculture sustainable by eco-friendly farming, use of natural seeds, fertilizers and pesticides, optimum utilization of water resources, protection of land and soil. Eco-friendly farming means a farming without disturbing the ecosystem. It means organic farming. Our traditional way of farming was eco-friendly farming, which emphasized more on natural seeds, compost fertilizers and natural pesticides. Now, what happens for increasing agricultural production? We are making extensive use of chemical fertilizers, chemical pesticides, and also high yielding variety seeds which are genetically modified. Now, these type of agriculture practices will give more quantity, but it will retard the quality of the food grain. Therefore, we have to use our traditional way of farming, which is eco-friendly, which will not adversely affect on our environment, our ecosystem, and also it protects the quality of food grain. Therefore, eco-friendly farming is the best way of sustainable agriculture. The second important thing, we have to make natural seeds, the compost fertilizers and the natural pesticides. Use of natural seeds is very much essential for sustained agricultural growth. HIV seeds, which means high yielding variety seeds, have their own limitations. The well-known crop varieties are diminishing day by day. The important demerit of use of HIV seeds, that because these seeds are genetically modified, they cannot produce seeds again. It means we have to produce seeds in the factories only, and these HIV seeds and the crop which is outcome of these HIV seeds is supposed to be highly susceptible to diseases. And one more thing, these high yielding variety seeds requires more water. Looking at the scarcity of water in our country, these seeds are not useful for our agricultural scenario. Therefore, we have to preserve, we have to maintain, protect our traditional way of farming, our traditional seeds, our natural uh, fertilizers, compost fertilizers, and the natural way of pesticides. Water management is a very vital component in sustainable agriculture. Water resources need to be efficiently utilized for the optimum utilization of water resources. We have less irrigation potential in India. Uh, Approximately, we have only 36% of our land is under irrigation. Therefore, water management is the only solution to overcome the problem of scarcity of water. You see, water management is nothing but um, uh, providing water or irrigation to the crops as per their needs. We are not planning in this way in present agricultural practices. For example, if you take example of Solapur district, our Solapur district is supposed to be um, the drought prone uh, district, and still we are cultivating more amount of sugar cane, and the number of sugar factories are uh, much in Solapur district. Therefore, looking at the scarcity of water, we have to have crops according to the potential of agriculture. Sorry, according to the water availability, irrigation potential, and the amount of raining, because agriculture is nothing but the gamble in monsoon. Therefore, we have to have a better water management to overcome the problem of scarcity of water. Protection of land and soil is also very much essential for agricultural growth in future, because excess irrigation and soil erosion is a major threat to agricultural growth in future. We are experiencing problem of salinity of soil in certain regions due to excess irrigation, where sugar crop cultivation is more. We have better example of Kolhapur, Sangli district, where the major crop is sugarcane, where they make extensive use of irrigation, and because of this excess use of irrigation, the soil becomes saline. The salinity of soil increases, which affects in the long run the productivity of agricultural land, and the entire land becomes barren in future. Therefore, we don't have to consider only the present benefits, but we have to focus on the long term benefits or the need of the future generation. And if we have to um, give better future for the coming generation, it is our duty to protect our agricultural land and the agricultural soil. It means that we have to make use of crops, use of fertilizers, pesticides in such a way that it will not harm in the long run on agricultural land, and it will not uh, deteriorate the mm, what we call the quality of soil or quality of land. Thank you very much.